everyone, welcome back and thank you for watching. For today's video I will be making some very easy bee theme home decor DIYs. I did make a poll recently and most of you voted for a yes, so here it is. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell button so you can get notified every time I upload. With that being said, now let's craft. Starting with my first project, I will be using this Hexagon decor sign that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. Now I got mine a few months ago, but I recently seen them again. So I'm going to start by removing the welcome sign and the paper. Even though I'm not using the front, I just wanted this to look clean. Since I'm using the back, I will be removing the hook and the sticker. The sticker left some glue residue, so I will be using a piece of sunshine to remove that. Once I am done doing that, I will be painting this using some white chalk paint. And now you have this beautiful blank canvas that looks like a little honeycomb. So now I'm going to use these Dollar Tree vinyls. This yellow, black, and buffalo check. I actually recently used the black one in one of my videos and I felt like they didn't work, but some of y'all suggested on the settings to put washi tape and it totally worked. For those of you that know what I'm talking about, is when you're going to cut something on your Cricut, it tells you what kind of material you're using. Now in my previous video I did put vinyl. For this project, I will be using the yellow vinyl. I went into my Cricut space and searched for a honeycomb, and I didn't find much, but I did found like this small pattern that I duplicated several times until I made like a larger pattern. And I actually thought I had done enough, but I didn't. I made this too small because I wanted to do half a bit of that hexagon. Yeah, sorry. With the little honeycomb patterns on top and leaving a space in between so I can put something else and then do it on the other side. But since I didn't have enough, what I did is I first put down the first half. After I was done transferring the paper that comes with the vinyl, I used that so then I can like put the other little shapes on it and it makes like the same shape. Hopefully that makes sense, but here I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I could have easily avoided this by just cutting a bigger pattern, but since I didn't and I didn't want to waste it, this is how I did it. So the next thing I did was use the black vinyl to cut out Be Kind, and I placed this in the center. You can see how uneven I cut the shapes. So to cover that up, I used some jute twine and I glued it all around the white section. To finish this off, I made a jute twine bow and added in the center. And that is it for this beautiful Be Kind decor sign. For my next project, I will be doing something very easy and simple. From Dollar Tree, I'm going to use this gift box and I'm only using the bottom piece. I am saving the lid for my next DIY. This box is already beautiful as is. This beautiful wood plank paper, which I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to just decorate it a little more using this new Dollar Tree ribbon, which is a beautiful honeycomb ribbon that I recently found at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to glue this all around the center of the box, and then I will be making a bow using the same ribbon. I'm going to add a piece of this Dollar Tree foam in the center, and I'm going to glue it using some hot glue. For the greenery, I'm using this from Walmart that I did cut several pics, and I recently found these beautiful sunflowers with these mimosa pics that I felt like this went perfect for this planter. I'm going to just place the sunflowers and the mimosas here and there until I like how that look. And that is it for this beautiful sunflower planter. For my next project, I will be using the lid from the gift box I used earlier, and I'm going to just paint it using some white chalk paint. I cut some more little hexagon patterns, and once again I messed it up, but I still managed to fix it by just putting these together, and it looks like nothing happened. So I'm going to just add this to my lid. The last thing I will be doing is adding the bee in the center, and that is it for this beautiful decor. My next project is going to be very easy and simple. From Dollar Tree, I'm going to use this decor sign, which mine I am reusing. I used it in one of my previous videos. I removed the sticker and I'm going to add some new one. I will be adding the buffalo check vinyl instead. This vinyl doesn't necessarily have to be used with a cutting machine. I love using this as background paper. It already has adhesive, so it's very easy to use. Now, if you can't find this, you can use the Hobby Lobby or Michael's scrapbooking paper and then just add glue to it. Now, to decorate this a little more, I will be using the ribbon and just add it to the top part. I will be adding some more things, but first I'm going to just place this back on the frame. Like that, I can know where my sunflower and my bee is going to go. Adding one of the sunflowers, I'm going to cut like the little heart piece on the back to make it flat. And you can leave the sign like this. I think it looks beautiful as is, but I did cut a little bee and I wanted the background, like the space that I reeved out, to be black instead of like the back of the buffalo check showing through. So that is what I did. I added a piece of the black vinyl to the back. And that is it for this beautiful decor piece. For my next project, I'm reusing this little mason jar that I got from the Dollar Tree recently. I actually used this in my previous video. I removed the little bow that I came with. It was a different one, but I did add some jute twine and a jute twine bow. The image I cut out said "Wow Honey," and it had like the little borders around it on the sides, or like these little designs. But I did mess up the wow and the borders, so I just decided to use the little bee with honey. You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine. And that is it, guys. This is so easy and simple to do. For my next project, I will be using this jar that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm just showing it to you here, but I am going to reuse one that I already used. I'm going to just take this apart, remove the ribbons, and then I'm going to glue some nautical rope around it to make this into a little bee home. For this jar, I recommend 2 ropes. I only used like 2.5 because I had one and then half of another one, so I didn't have enough to go all around it. So here I did have to use another rope that I had, and it is a lot thinner, but I still made it work, and you can't really tell the difference. This jar actually had like the perfect shape for this. Now I'm going to add the little door using some black chalk paint, and then once this is dry, I'm going to add some more rope around the little door. And that is it. Now you have this little home and it's a base. So I'm going to add some of the greenery from Walmart, the sunflowers, the mimosas. And that is it for this beautiful planter, which is absolutely my favorite one. For my next project, I'm using this Hobby Lobby decor piece that was on clearance for $2.24. Now, I thought this went perfect with this theme because the little sides of the sign are black and white stripes. I then used a piece of senshi to try to remove the words, but it was really hard, so I just left them like that and just used some white chalk paint to paint over it. Now I did have to use 2 coats of white paint to cover this up. I'm going to add this image to the side. Now I felt like this was too plain, so I decided to use some yellow paint to add to the bee. So like that, it's going to be black and yellow. Now if you went over it like I did, don't freak out. You can easily remove it using a Q-tip once it's dry. I think by adding the yellow, it made it look so much better. Now to finish this off, I made a jute twine bow and I added to the bottom piece. And that is it for this little decor piece. For my next project, I'm using this Easter Dollar Tree sign, which I think it goes perfect with this theme because of the buffalo check background. Now I'm going to add some yellow vinyl in the center, so I did have to paint it white. I honestly thought I didn't have to paint this, but this yellow vinyl is very thin and you can see through, so that's why I painted it first. I wanted to cover like the little sides of this little sign, so I did cut it a little bit bigger so then I can just like wrap it around it instead of just adding it at the top. The next thing I will be doing is just gluing it back on the center. I'm going to add Be Happy. Now I made the happy too big and I didn't want to cut the little flowers off, so instead of placing this like straight, I placed it more like slanted. Now some of the H and a little bit of the flower didn't fit, so all I did to fix that was cut the little ends off. I'm adding this B. Now I added too much like towards the H. Instead I should have just added more in the center. Now because I did that, I felt like there was a lot of empty space above the flower, so to fix that I used some of these little hexagon leftovers and place them on the back of the black vinyl, and then I cut them to make little black hexagons and then add them on the corner. And that is it for this beautiful Be Happy sign. And that is it. Now let me know down in the comment section which one was your favorite, because I would love to know. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, bye.